Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
It is feature time in Tulsa. Let's go green.
He's got the run, but isn't enough. It's a drag race to the finish. Culver goes from third to first in the last quarter.
Experience the world's most legendary racing events with iRacing. iRacing special events allow any member to compete in full-length multiplayer races based on some of the biggest events in motorsports all year round. Compete in virtual endurance races, such as the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, and the Nürburgring 24 Hours. Take on some of the toughest races on the NASCAR calendar, such as the Daytona 500 and the Coke 600. We have races from disciplines across the racing world, from the Indy 500 to the Chili Bowl, from the Bathurst 1000 to the Crandon Championship. Our endurance special events utilize iRacing's team feature, where members can sign up and race together on their own team, swapping drivers throughout the race. Other events use iRacing Super Sessions, where you're not only racing against those on track, but against everyone taking part. As every race progresses, watch and feel the track change, with progressive time of day, dynamic weather and rain, and dynamic track debris and surface changes. Take on your favorite discipline, or try a brand new racing challenge with our biggest races of the year, the iRacing Special Events. Learn more at iracing.com/special-events.
The following is an All-Star 15 TV production.
What's going on, nerds? And welcome to All-Star 15 TV. That was completely backwards on how I bring you guys in. Hi, we're about to go real fast through a portion of the starting lineup. We got going a little late tonight due to some computer issues on my end. Philip Tusano, Jackson Connolly are front row, Steve Bocock and Todd Ingersoll row 2, Charles Robertson and Zach Panzarella in row 3, row 4, Aaron Ingersoll, Josh Vidal, row 5, it's Brennan McNutt and Daniel Krim. Mike, 100 laps around this beautiful place. Oh, and by the way, Mike Campiccio joining me up in the broadcast booth with all this fun here tonight as the pace car is about to duck down pit road. We're about to have some fun, everybody. Mike, take us to the green.
All right, AJ, pace cars off here at the beautiful Auto Club Speedway in Southern California. They should not make this into a short track, just saying. And the green flag is underway, and we're racing.
This is going to be fun. Joe Hutchings as race control. We are going to have a barn burner here tonight. It looks like we have 32 cars in the field.
Oh, the 3 cars going around. Oh, we got multiple cars going around. Here we go. The caution's out. Oh, he's coming back up the track. Oh, hold the brakes. Oh, we're slipping and sliding all the way to the inside wall. Whew.
And that is Todd Ingersoll in the 3. Brennan McNutt in the 48 Valvoline.
Oh,
and just the 3
yeah.
comes down and clips the 10 into the 86. And just like that, our first caution of the evening. That didn't take long, Mike.
No, it did not. And Todd got a little bit loose up there. It's easy to get loose on cold tires off turn 2 at Auto Club. And those boys are trying to fit it 4 wide, which Auto Club is plenty wide to have 3 and 4 wide racing. But when you're all meeting in the sandwich, it's not the best time.
This is on board with Joshua White, who's the 86 to get into the back of everything here. Nowhere for him to go whatsoever. Oh, and there it goes.
Oh, and in the door and sliding across. That's scary right there. When you're sliding across driver's side with oncoming people coming. Ooh.
Yeah, for everybody watching at home, these drivers do get one and only one fast repair at all. So basically use it wisely, and if you don't need to, don't use it. Looks like we're going to get about 23 to 25, 26 laps of fuel for these drivers. Currently, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or TikTok, give us a like, comment. We can see the comments. Who you're rooting for. We've abbreviated the rest of the regular season. We will crown a champion in just about 7 weeks. And for anybody wondering why, me and my wife are expecting a youngling. And the wonderful people at the ACAR Xfinity Series group wanted to make sure that when the baby did come, all I had to worry is about the baby, not the racing. Joe Hutchings with the Super Trofeo Series basically did the exact same thing with their schedule, but they actually, I think, ended the last week in June. So yeah, Little bit of an abbreviated season. We're skipping a couple tracks that could have been problems on the schedule. I know tonight we're at Auto Club. I love Auto Club. It's one of my favorite racetracks. Next week we go to Nashville Super Speedway.
Yes, sir.
Which usually historically with the ACAR series comes out and is a awesome race every single season. But Mike, so far this season has had a lot to it, and right now, just looking at the points as I am pulling it up on my end, Daniel Krim comes into tonight with a 16-point lead over teammate Josh Vidal. In third with 82 points and down by 17 is Charles Robertson and Dalton Fredericks, who is not here this evening, in fourth. Todd Ingersoll in fifth. In sixth, it's Mark Morton. Twisted in seventh. Eighth, it's Aaron Ingersoll. Ninth, Nate Orlowski and Josh Yandow in 10th. Now, for everybody wondering at home, you have to be running the league decals to score points. It's that simple. To score points, you have to run the decals, and you have to be within the top 15.
And I was going to say quickly, too, to add that there, AJ, these are mostly open lobbies, so, yeah.
Yes, they are open lobbies. That's a great poll. I completely missed out on that. So we can get everybody in who wants to come run. I know Joe is a really good job posting the Discord link in the description of the race. So if people wanted to join and next week get those contingencies on the cars, they can and start scoring points. But we're about to go racing again, Mike. This should be a fun one. Hopefully we don't get a little squirrely off of 2 again, because that was kind of crazy. As here we go. Pace car is off, and green flag back in the air.
Just watch these boys fan out here. Going 3 and 4 wide.
Holy
fanning out. This is what Auto Club was meant to be right here.
And we basically just went to a Fox camera with not being able to see anything.
I just love this racetrack too, AJ. You got multiple groups, multiple lanes you can choose from. It's a lot of fun around here.
I can't believe somebody came up with the idea to try to turn this into a short track, and basically it's been dead on arrival for what, 2 years now?
Yep.
It's very upsetting because it was one of my favorite racetracks on the NASCAR schedule. I'm happy we get to still play around with it on iRacing. But like you said, multi-grooved, it eats tires, and throughout the run we're going to be able to see where the drivers have basically worn their tires to the point where they have to run a certain line. And you see everybody running 4 or 5 different lanes early on in tonight's race, and holy cow, already it's happening. As Jackson Connell...
Contact. We got Aaron Ingersoll's around. 48, 86 are in the grass, coming up the track. Oh
God.
And everybody's going to miss him. Everybody's going to miss him. Have to go take a look at that. Started with the 44, I believe.
44 of Dylan Pacitti. Who we got here? Oh, yeah, there it is. He is facing kind of the wrong way there. Now, it looks like the 3's involved too. Again, not saying he's the cause of it. Looks like the 86 of Joshua White just punts the 3 hard into the wall, causing the 44 to also
That looked like a bump draft gone wrong right there. If we can get an onboard camera, that looked like a bump draft gone wrong.
We talking about an onboard of Joshua?
Yes, because I think he was trying to push the 3. From at least my thinking at this. Let's take a look at this here.
Oh, you can see how bad the rear end of Ingersoll is. Any bump could have been hazardous.
Oh, yeah, that was a bump draft. Yep. Ooh,
you think the damage on the back of the 3 kind of had a hand into causing that wreck? As they're still going.
I could see a little bit. I could see it too, just a little bit, just because the back bumper was not fully straight. It was kind of curved in and then cut in. So yeah, easy to do that.
Wow. Well, we're 8 laps coming to 9. We're going all the way to 100. And for a second, I thought Daniel Krim was hitting pit road, but it looks like. Oh, I gotta throw this to you, Mike. How does that look for you?
Not. I mean, it's a nice paint scheme. Don't get me wrong, but on a Ford Mustang, yeah, no thanks.
I saw the button. I was like, oh, that's a pretty sick looking. What's on the note? Is that a Mustang? I'm sorry. Do they want to hurt me?
If Dale Jr. was zooming in and watching this race, he'd probably have a heart attack.
Yeah, right. And that puts the 76 of Jacob Martin back out on the lead lap. Started 28th, still riding in 28th, but now back on the lead lap. Oh, and then he's going to come down pit road. I've never seen a car with 4 digits on it before.
Yeah, very interesting 4-number paint scheme right there. That's for sure. First time I've seen that myself.
But Mike, we see this a lot with the open lobbies. I know we got an awesome race control helping out and making sure these drivers kind of stay in line. But it's kind of par for the course. We'll get a couple cautions early on in the race, and then we really start to get in a groove, or we get a long green flag run. Hopefully we do get that tonight with us being at Auto Club. But I could see a problem with the multiple grooves, the multiple lines, and basically with these Xfinity cars, minimal off throttle time at the beginning of a run could cause us some issues.
It could. It very well could. That's a very good point. I just keep looking at Charles Robinson's paint scheme in that 18, and it just, like, for me, it feels like it's like when it goes between the lights. Yeah, it fades in and fades out between the lights.
It's not just his. It's also the Navy car next to him, the 12 of Bocock. Huh.
Didn't really notice that.
They both fade a little bit.
Tell you, iRacing and their graphics, man. Tell you that much.
Yeah, they've definitely taken a step up, especially with the lighting aspect. But I feel like they still need to fine tune through a couple more updates. Because as you can see, the 12 and the 18 are still very faded. Now the 12 isn't faded anymore. And as we come towards the front stretch, it'll turn into another shadow again. It'll look like a ghost car. But here we go. Gonna go green one more time. Connell Tusano on your front row, and boy, does the 39 get an excellent launch heading down towards turn number 1.
I'm just watching these boys on the back of the field. They're fanning out again, 3 and 4 wide in the back.
I'm just looking right behind the leaders here. The 24, 18, the 1, and the 42.
I made it through cleanly that time.
Bocock goes to the inside, sitting right behind Tyler Autry. 24 in the wall. And I think that's Todd Ingersoll in the 24.
Yes, I believe they said that he's in the 24 this week and Aaron's in the 3.
Here we go, 4 wide coming off a turn 4.
Oh, it's tight. That was tight.
Yes. Yes, it was. And it had me very nervous. I was getting ready to turn you down when when you get loud that they're wrecked, and this is the big one. Because usually when you say the big one, I feel like I'm going to be doing a lot of replays.
I think it's that 7 machine. I think that's Jeffrey Merrill, I believe, in that 7 machine.
Yep.
That's a Junior Motorsports paint scheme on a Toyota. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be going on a 20-minute rant tonight on paint schemes. I'll tell you that much.
And he got off of turn 2 very, very slow. The freight train on the outside. And he's not going to have a good entry into 3 here as well. As the 44 is going towards the front.
I think the 44 is on fresh tires, too. And you can kind of see how much fresh tires mean even after, like, 10 laps.
8 laps, yeah. Good pull, Mike. I didn't notice that. Because, you know, I see that and... Wow. Hey, look at the old Tony Stewart Oreos Camaro. Pretty sure that was Tony Stewart.
Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, Vidal gonna slide up in there in front of the 1. Just making it just a little bit tight.
Just a bit outside.
Ooh, contact between the 7 and the, I think that's the...
13 of Jesse
13,
Graham.
yes. 3 wide. Here we go. The 1, the 83. Oh, the 7! Woo!
What a
what a save. Nice save.
Holy cow.
May need to go back and see that one.
That was an awesome save. I have to do it the old-fashioned way, so I apologize, everybody. It doesn't give me much for saves, as there it goes.
Oh my! Well, he didn't even turn the steering wheel.
No, he's turning the steering wheel now, trying to keep going with the turn.
That was badass, though. Not gonna lie, that's pretty badass.
But up front, Jackson Connell and Philip Toscano within a 10th. And then you have Charles Robertson right behind him. Man, that turn 2 wall is really biting some of these drivers as Toscano is going to make it to the point. Can he make the pass? He does, coming off of turn number 4. Now, Mike, I know how much you love getting into the race cars, running around tracks like this, Michigan, and other 2-mile ovals. How important is getting off these turns and immediately getting behind somebody to stay with them? Utilize that draft.
Oh, we got trouble, AJ. Sorry. As the 1 of Tyler Autry is spinning in front of the field. No caution. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, there's the yellow flag. And Twisted now gets involved. What happened? Uh-oh. Oh, he was spinning before he got to Krim.
Is that netcode or
Krim
something?
got to him. Oh, we're about to find out. Because we're on Autry, and he's loose out of 2. And it looks like him and the Long John Silver's 34 just get together. Krim gets by. We're going to have to go back and watch that from Krim's view. And then Twisted just nails him.
Wait for it. Oh my goodness. Look at that.
I happened to stop that at literally the perfect moment.
That's firewall deep right there, folks.
That's
firewall
engine
deep.
That's engine on your lap.
My goodness. That was a hellacious impact.
And that was just a meeting in the middle there. Let's see. Daniel Krim, cockpit view.
And
Here
we
we
ain't in
go.
St. Louis either.
Yikes!
Yo! Right through him. Right through the hole.
And let's back
Our-
that up because we need to go to Alan Michael Bennett, Twisted.
Par
This
47.
is gonna hurt.
This is gonna hurt right here. Oh, just sitting there. No warning either. No smoke, no warning. Just driving through there and bam.
And you can hear the one's engine expire.
That's gonna be a tow to pit road.
Yes, it is. And everybody hitting pit road outside of Ryan Deacle, Dylan Pesiti, Aaron Ingersoll, Brian Rayburn. Those top four not coming to pit road. What a crazy 20 laps we have had so far, Mike.
It is, AJ. It's been chaos, and it's kind of been like the story of the season so far in ACAR. The first 20, 25 laps or so are pure chaos, and then after that, it's some good old racing right there. As you would say, AJ, we need to weed out the troublemakers, as they say.
Yeah, but I that incident was just two people coming off a turn meeting in the middle kind of way. That I understand happens. Those aren't ones where I feel somebody would have to get bounced over. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
But Mike, speaking of our sponsors, because I was just speaking about them in my head and we have the one to go, we have a hell of a weekend in front of us, pal.
Oh, yes, we do, and I'm looking forward to it starting on Friday.
Yeah, Friday Night SmackDown, the go-home show to WrestleMania. Granted, I was looking forward to last year's because I was there. This year, I am enjoying it by paying $13.99 for Peacock and enjoying it from the best seat in the house, my gaming chair in front of my computer. What do you think is a possible sleeper match this weekend?
Sleeper match. I would probably have to say
One that people might not
maybe
think would
Tiffany
be
Stratton
good.
and Charlotte.
Really? You would go? Ryan said the same thing over the weekend. That could
That-
very much be a match everybody thinks is gonna suck, but be very, very entertaining and very, very good. I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, I'm expecting a lot of what's starting night one with Jey Uso and Gunther. I don't know who's gonna win, but I'm pretty dang sure that they're gonna set the tone for the weekend.
I agree.
Here we go. Deacle, your Bud Light or your Budweiser Ford Mustang, can't believe I just said that, starts the field and we spread out immediately.
Hey, you remember these 4 or 5 guys stayed out on older tires, and you have everybody else on 4 freshies. Oh yeah, look at this, 4 wide.
Josh
4
Fidel around
wide.
the outside.
24 in the wall. Oh, here we go. We're gonna be. Oh no, they kept it straight. How about them apples? I thought they were gonna be wrecking right there.
Yep, you ain't the only one, pal. That's why I jumped back to him. But up front, that 83 doing a good job leading the pack. Might be fish food here momentarily going into
Here we
turn
go.
one.
Yep. Oh, here we go. Yep, they're wrecking. Oh, 24 up in the air for just a brief second. The L2's in the grass. And we're going single file restarts. So somebody's hood flying on pit road.
Go jump back and take a look at that. See where it kind of started.
I think it was a coming together right there off of 4 between the 40 and the 24, it looks like.
From the blimp cam, here it is. 40 moves up the racetrack to stay off the O2, and just chaos ensues. The 7 involved. Seems like the 24 or the 3 can't get away from anything on the racetrack, even if it's not their fault.
No. It is not, and we're going to go single file the rest of the way here, it looks like, for restarts, at least for the in the time period.
Well, while we do that, why don't we step away? We'll be right back and pay some bills.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
It is feature time in Tulsa. Let's go green.
He's got the run, but is it enough? It's a drag race to the finish. Culver goes from third to first in the last quarter.
Experience the world's most legendary racing events with iRacing. iRacing special events allow any member to compete in full-length multiplayer races based on some of the biggest events in motorsports all year round. Compete in virtual endurance races, such as the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, and the Nürburgring 24 Hours. Take on some of the toughest races on the NASCAR calendar, such as the Daytona 500 and the Coke 600. We have races from disciplines across the racing world, from the Indy 500 to the Chili Bowl, from the Bathurst 1000 to the Crandon Championship. Our endurance special events utilize iRacing's team feature, where members can sign up and race together on their own team, swapping drivers throughout the race. Other events use iRacing Super Sessions, where you're not only racing against those on track, but against everyone taking part. As every race progresses, watch and feel the track change, with progressive time of day, dynamic weather and rain, and dynamic track debris and surface changes. Take on your favorite discipline, or try a brand new racing challenge with our biggest races of the year, the iRacing Special Event.
We're back, everybody, going single file pace car down to pit road. Josh Vidal leading Connell, Tusano, and Robinson. So far, coming out single file, looked like it might have helped just a tad. Kind of spreads everybody out.
We're fanning out again, though, back in the back here.
Yeah, that didn't take long. Up front, they're kind of looking all nice and pretty. See the 42 is Zach Panzarella to the inside of Owen. And makes the pass. That 10's got a nice run out of 4. Gonna give the 42 a little bit of trouble entering turn number 1. It's such a nice run from that outside, but early after a restart, it seems like that inside line is where you're going to want to be, Mike.
Yeah, I think later in the run, the middle and the high line will be better. But early on, that bottom line is where you want to run until your tires wear out.
And Brian crossed the number 1 on your screen in the Oreo Camaro. Fastest lap of the race, a 40.51. As Vidal is dropped back to 3rd place, now under fire from Charles Robertson. Net 18 with a heck of a turn 3. Way to hook that inside lane and make the pass. What a move.
And Krim's going 3 wide back here in the back on the front straightaway. 3 wide middle.
Oh, that's not where I would want to be.
See if he'll be able to make the pass here.
Great that I'm very much enjoying myself high above Auto Club Speedway. Virtually.
So,
it doesn't
yeah,
exist anymore.
Yeah, right. Still 3 wide here with Krim. Who's going to give an inch here?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. It looks like Krim just sent it into turn 3 to kind of cut off the 7 and continue trying to move forward. Now
Oh, here we go. 4 wide.
4 wide now. Never mind.
That's a hornet's nest right here, folks.
Yeah, if something's going to happen, it's going to be from this. Because you have the 35 Cessna of Stephen Bryan. Something about Auto Club and these Xfinity cars, when you get a bunch of them together, they just can't get away from each other. It seems like your really fast ones will find the really fast ones up front, but everybody else are just clumps of vehicles, Mike. You're seeing 3 packs, 4 packs, some of them 6 cars under a blanket, like right back here. You're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. As the 7 gets squirrely out of 2, yeah, 6 cars within a half a second of each other.
It's Auto Club. Auto Club does this, and it also talks about the ebbs and flows of this racetrack and the ebbs and flow of how your car's feeling, because it's just however the setup you have, and if it's going to be better in a long run or a short run, because you're going to have everybody that's going to be wanting to attack right away, and the other people are going to have saving tires, and then they're going to be shooting by the guys who are attacking people early. So it's just all about ebbs and flows here at Auto Club.
Robertson looking for the lead, is gonna grab it off of turn 2. Can he hold on to it?
God, we got so much going on right now. It's like what to pay attention to.
Yeah, I wish I had like a football Sunday ticket kind of thing, where I could have 4 different battles, 5 different battles on screen at once.
This is a good battle for the lead, though.
Very much a good battle. And you see the 2 teammates, the 39 and the 54, Connell and Toscano. And just like your top 5 under 7/10 separating from 1st to 5th. Oh, it's the 54 hard on the wall out of 2.
Yeah, this is right here. These front 5 guys. This is a little bit of contact right there between the 8 and 18 and 39. It looked like, but these front 5 are putting on the show right now. And you know Robinson's trying to get the lead as quick as possible. He's just like, come on, get me clear.
Well, I think we're getting to the point where him utilizing that inside lane is going to burn up his tires even more, since he's going back to it every single lap.
He could he could try the Dale Jr. slide job, and I think I thought he was gonna try it right there, but might have been too close right there.
He might have to just duck it in behind the 39 going into turn number 3, and watch him switch lanes here.
Boy, it's like you knew the script or something. Who's gonna win the next Super Bowl?
Whoever is leading at the end of 60 minutes.
I was gonna say, is it gonna be the colors? Because I heard that was a whole thing the last couple years. It's the
As
colors,
the 18's
man.
going back to the inside, Mike.
Yes, he is. He's gonna dive it in there, try to make it stick. He's
Yeah,
as far up as
they
he's
try
been.
to use the Super Bowl colors to try to figure out what teams are going to be in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't follow that as much. Because my team is going to stink for a while. Because I had 20 years of playoffs and championships. It's time for the Patriots to stink.
Look at that, a little crossover move there. Connell back to the lead after Robinson took it for half a second.
And here comes Philip Toscano to the outside, pops the wall, entering turn number 1. Thought that was going to be a bigger battle for second or even the lead, but popping the wall. Look at the run he's getting.
Yeah, it might be 3 wide off the corner.
To P2 he goes. The 54 dives it down into turn number 3. That 18's going to have a nice 3 and 4 in that middle lane. Kind of pinching the 54 down.
Oh, sliding right up in front of him. What a move.
Yikes. Now, everybody, just so you're wondering, there is about 25 other cars on the racetrack, but this battle for the lead has been absolutely psychotic.
He ain't missing too much in the back, so this is the show right now.
Aaron Robinson, thank you for becoming an all-star on YouTube.
Yeah. Sorry,
Well,
one.
let's drop it back to Dave Kirkpatrick in that 32 Miller. Trying to get by. It looks like the
Genuine draft.
What is that, a Rusty Wallace?
It could be a combination of Rusty Wallace or Brad Keselowski, I can tell you that much. Because Brad ran that paint scheme one year. One of the throwback races.
And you see the 5, that's actually the 13 in sim. Jesse Graham, as they're having a heck of a battle. That is for P8. Chad Waller back on the channel in the 34 Long John Silver's Ford Mustang.
Battle for the lead here, AJ. Side by side, here we go.
2, I think, teammates. Only reason why I say that is they got the same contingencies. Off and 1 they both go. Toscano to the point. The 39 hard charging on the outside.
Oh, it's going to get close. Oh, my goodness, it got close right there off of 2.
Now, Mike, we are 20 laps into this run. We should be seeing pit stops within the next 7 or 8 laps. From anywhere from 1st all the way to 11th. If 12th to 21st, we're looking at another 10 to 11 laps, because they came down on lap 22 when our top 10 hit pit road on lap 18.
And it looks like Aaron Robinson in the chat was saying, let's go Cano, Bocock, Pacelli, and Graham, and also Toscano. So it looks like they're all racing for the Team Rogue. So this would be teammates up front.
Yeah, see? I know things without knowing things. What is that thing from Game of Thrones? I drink and I know things? Kevin Moran on pit road in the number 5. Just getting put a lap down. Let's back it up a little further. Scotty E-Step in the 48 Lowe's Camaro. You also have the 26 of Josh Vidal coming off of turn number 2 at a weird angle. I like the Bugs Bunny car. The 45 of Chaz Justice? That's... Oh, what's up, Doc? I like how we have people with some fun schemes as we have a battle for the lead once again.
I was gonna say that reminds me of like the Looney Tunes 400 that used to be at Richmond in the 2000s.
Actually a thing?
It was a thing for a couple years. Back when Richmond was the action track, and they actually put Sealer on that track.
As Connell is holding on to the lead with teammate Philip Toscano and Brian Cross in third. Brian up 22 spots from where he started, 25th to third. Should be seeing pit stops within the next couple laps as we have a heck of a battle back here. Josh Vidal, Chaz Justice, Scotty E-Step. And what do you know, Daniel Crimmins, a 45 is in the wall. Scraping off a lot of speed. Gonna drop to the back of that 4-pack. As McNutt and the Valvoline Camaro almost loses it off of 2. But we got to take it back to the lead because this has been wild all night long.
It has been.
They've been running it like a plate race. Straight up. Side by side basically the whole time. Somebody would get a run and pass the other guy. The next turn they would be even again, and then just vice versa the whole time as Cross has nowhere to go. Coming off of turn number 2, pushing the 39 past the 54.
Yeah, that one machine is on a roll right here.
He might be the fastest car on the racetrack. He definitely has the fastest lap of the race, and it's by easy 2.5 tenths.
Oh, what a move. Top to bottom, cut in the middle.
Holy cow.
Oh, he sent it in there. Oh, don't hit the wall. He's going to have to check up a little bit, and back to the lead goes Connell. What chaos right here.
And if anybody watches South Park and The Banker, and it's gone.
And a new season's coming.
Or if you are if you're a Chicago White Sox fan, here's the first pitch, and your season's over. Brian Cross now hitting pit road.
You just had to do it to me, did you?
At least I didn't say Blackhawks. Would you rather Blackhawks? Because that season's actually over?
Yeah, you could have gotten away with it because our last game was last night.
Cross, Bowen, Rayburn, all on pit road. When do we see our top 2, top 3 now come down pit road? And Mike, one thing we haven't talked about yet, because this is hopefully going to be a full green flag pit stop, is here comes our leader. Here comes the cavalry. Holy cow.
I was going to say, you answered your own question right there.
A 2-second time difference from old tires to new tires. As Chad Waller is going to stay out on the racetrack. Steve Bocock also staying out on the racetrack. Oh, that's right. Joe's a White Sox fan, too. I might have just ticked off race control.
Us Chicago people need to stay together.
Yeah, that's why he went to Florida. But we have more takers coming down the pit road. Should be the rest of the field. As Vidal and Krim are staying out an extra lap, so is Bocock. Into turn number 1 right now. Vidal, Krim, Delic. Beagle. Sorry. Names, they hurt sometimes. And that basically should cycle everybody out once your top 5 hit pit road.
Yeah, the 12 is coming out. Our leader will be coming to pit road here.
Panzarella just got by Bocock. Let's see. Daniel Krim is going to stay out. Vidal's coming in.
Get a 5 bonus points for leading the lap.
No, sir. It is straight finishing positions.
I know. I was trying to get the old saying back in the day, as they would say.
But Mike, going single file restarts to what we have now very much worked to keep us green. We are just shy of halfway, and we are moving nicely through so far, as Krim is staying out with a 29-second lead over Stephen Bryan.
I was going to say, you and I know Krim very well, and Krim's very good at saving fuel.
He
so
is, but he is 2 seconds slower, though.
He's got a method to his madness, is what I would say.
Well, just because you have a prescription or a doctor saying you're crazy doesn't mean there's a method to it. The 34 Chad Waller tooth inside.
Or, I mean, you could be the CW and say today's bold move of the race is brought to you by Peyronie's disease.
Oh, jeez. You win.
Got him!
I feel like we need like a break agent counter.
That was good. That was very good.
So happy I had a full water bottle. As Krim is in the thick of it right now of cars that have hit pit road. Jackson Connell 30 seconds back and about 2 seconds faster than him.
Oh, and another Chicago team season is over.
Oh!
Woohoo.
Krim just got killed.
Krim's turn! Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Jesse Graham.
Oh, he called him out over voice control. My goodness. Oh, wow.
I mean, it's not even... Did Krim even call that he was pitting?
He just retaliated. Oh, goodness. He just retaliated on pit road. Oh, my goodness.
We talking Krim retaliated?
No. Jesse just absolutely wiped him out on pit road. My goodness.
We'll take a look at it here.
That's an ejection if I've ever seen one in my life.
Yeah, Krim slowing down, coming to pit road. Could he have been a tiny bit lower? Maybe. I don't know if Krim called his pit entry.
He did not. But keep the camera rolling because, yeah.
Yeah, we need the footage. Oh!
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope he's out of this race already.
That was very, very bad.
I can't believe what we just saw. I really can't.
That was, yeah. Wow. That's all I can say. All I can say is wow.
Was he removed or did he leave?
He got disqualified. He got disqualified. That's all that's happened.
Well, everybody, I hate to be that guy, but that was Jesse Graham. Krim getting slow to enter pit road, off to the inside. That 5 or 13 in sim had the rest of the racetrack runs over Krim, whatever should have been done there, and then just throttles up and wipes out Daniel Krim on pit road. I have a lot more I would love to say on it, but don't want this to turn into a beef fest.
That was that was something.
And I hope people are smart enough to take a clip of that and send that to the people that it needs to get sent to. And I hope it's a long vacation.
Now you got your 5 seconds of fame. That's just hope it was worth it.
Fame. I would love to have fame. I have almost 600 subscribers. When we get a couple million, I'll call fame. But it bothers me. It bothers me a lot. Because accidents happen. They do. But that was BS.
Yes, it was.
Looks like we should have a good chunk of waiver rounds here. Starting off with the body armor of Bowen. Looking for him on the scorecard. Looks like he's an extra lap down. He'll go back to 1 lap down, but you see Aaron Ingersoll, Deacle, Justice, Robertson, Moran, Todd Ingersoll, and Scotty Estep, along with Brennan McNutt, all looking for the waiver round. Because there is your leader, the 34, Chad Waller. Steve Bocock, Bell Bowen, and Jackson Connell, along with Philip Tusano, your top 5, as we should get the lights off on the iRacing official pace car here and get the 1 lap to go, Mike. And overall, we had a heck of a run. We had green flag pit stops. Unfortunate we weren't able to see how that was going to work out with the 47, as he is still on pit road.
I wonder if he used his fast repair or what happened there.
Well, he ended up having to jump to his box.
Oh, he had to tow it. Oh my goodness.
And even though he was literally right next to his box, yeah, you're still waiting a couple minutes, unfortunately.
Oh, my goodness. I was really curious to see how that was going to play out with green flag pit stops, but it's a whole new ball game now.
Absolutely, and it looks like we'll have a 1 stop to the finish if we stay green this time. They'll come to pit road right around lap 80 and then be set to the finish. As we are still under caution, been a long caution. Are they saying anything over comms to try to figure stuff out?
No, it's just that race control was moving it by 1 lap, and 1 lap. Oh, so they're trying to figure out why there's a bunch of cars ahead of the leader.
So they can get the wave around.
Yep, and now we've extended the caution again. So I think race control is trying to figure it out. What's going on?
All right. Well, while they are figuring it out, looks like they were just waved on by, which I think they're supposed to get waved by when the lights go out. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess they
That looks-
just did it a lap early.
And that gentleman has been manually disconnected.
Which one?
The
The
one that
five?
just. Yep. Well, now people are talking about those guys gonna be a lap ahead of everybody. What's going on?
No. Chad Waller's still your leader. What happened was you just waved around people a lap early. That's it.
Yeah, I don't think some of the drivers knew what was going on right there. But we should be in the one to go now.
Yep, and we do. The lights are off on the iRacing official pace car Ford Mustang. Chad Waller, your race leader. Steve Bocock in second. Dal Bowen third. Jackson Connell fourth. Philip Tusano in fifth. Sixth is Josh Vidal. Zach Panzarella in seventh. Aaron Ingersoll eighth. Brian Deacle ninth. And Chaz Justice in 10th. Mike, we are just past halfway. Here we go. Half a lap away from setting these cars green. Once again, we do that. We're going to go crank it up for the first time this evening. Hopefully, we're able to do that for a couple laps.
Heck yeah. So, folks, if you have a surround sound at home or you got some loudspeakers on your computer or got a loud headset, turn the volume up and listen to these motors take you for the next few laps.
Well, let's just hope we get those couple laps.
Well, don't jinx them now.
I'm trying not to. I'm still a little aggravated on what just happened.
I think we all are. But here we go. Let's crank it up, folks.
Here we go. There it is, green flag in the air, and we are cranking it up. All right, everybody, that was Crank It Up, brought to you by the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. We're going to go pay some bills, but you guys aren't going to miss a thing. We're going side by side.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
It is feature time in Tulsa. Let's go green.
He's got the run, but isn't enough. It's a drag race to the finish. Over goes from third to first in the last quarter.
Experience the world's most legendary racing events with iRacing. iRacing special events allow any member to compete in full-length multiplayer races based on some of the biggest events in motorsports all year round. Compete in virtual endurance races such as the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, and the Nürburgring 24 Hours. Take on some of the toughest races on the NASCAR calendar, such as the Daytona 500 and the Coke 600. We have races from disciplines across the racing world, from the Indy 500 to the Chili Bowl, from the Bathurst 1000 to the Crandon Championship. Our endurance special events utilize iRacing's team feature, where members can sign up and race together on their own team, swapping drivers throughout the race. Other events use iRacing Super Sessions, where you're not only racing against those on track, but against everyone taking part. As every race progresses, watch and feel the track change, with progressive time of day, dynamic weather and rain, and dynamic track debris and surface changes. Take on your favorite discipline, or try a brand new racing challenge with our biggest races of the year, the iRacing Special Events. Learn more at iracing.com/special-events.
We're back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to All-Star 15 TV's broadcast of the ACAR Xfinity series presented by the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. It's been an eventful one. We've had a lot of green flag laps and a lot of chaos, some unnecessary chaos. But up front, it's the 34 of Chad Waller doing a great job to keep Connell Bocock and Tusano basically in second through fourth. In fifth, you had Panzarella, but he's having one heck of a battle, as you can see right there with Toscano.
And Josh Vidal trying to catch these boys in front of him for him running sixth.
Mike, what kind of stood out to you tonight with these Xfinity cars in going around Auto Club tonight?
As O'Connell just passed Waller for the lead on the outside, a clean pass right there, nicely well done. But they've been putting on a lot of good racing here tonight, there, AJ.
Yeah, up front has been amazing, absolutely amazing. I think your top 10 have been very fun to watch, and unfortunately we've lost a couple of those top 10 drivers to some of the incidents we've had. But right now everything is heating up. Just under 35 laps to go, not a lot of time left. They will have a pit stop in right around 10 or so laps, but Chad Waller and Steve Bocock will be the first ones to hit pit road due to their last pit stop being on lap 46 and 47 respectively. Connell and Panzarella might be able to stay out a little bit later, but at that point, Mike, is it worth staying out those extra couple laps when at the end of a run you're about 2 seconds slower?
I don't think this late in the race it's worth it unless you can catch a caution. That's the only way I would see that would be worth it. But this top six is all under a blanket right now. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, can Connell hold on to this race lead? He's been up front all night. Chad Waller has fought his way up to the front, starting in that 22nd position and finding himself running in that second spot. Your whole top 5 are plus position drivers as well, or it's loose out of 2.
3 wide. We're might be going 3 wide. No, Panzarello thought differently right there. But Toscano and Vidal are in a heck of a battle right behind these guys.
And Waller drops back to that 6th position after getting loose out of turn 2, and he's going to have to fight his way back up there. I think the tires are starting to show their wear for the Waller car.
Panzarello looking for second on Bocock here. And Vidal's like, all right, join me in 2.
Oh, Panzarello with an excellent launch onto the backstretch. Gets cut off by the 12. Vidal looking to the inside now.
It looks like the 26 is the best one on tires right here. Oh, Bocock decided to come down just a tiny bit right there. Oh, trying to loosen him up here.
Look at the 26 try to side draft a little bit, but Panzarello.
Oh, no, trouble! Hard on the wall. Toscano's in it. Just a, oh wow, just a little. I think he'll be fine. Let's take a look at this. Let's see. Panzarello didn't make contact here.
No,
yeah.
I think that was just Vidal going up into the 42.
Yeah, let's take a look at that again. I kind of want to see that again. I thought Panzarello came down just a tiny bit. Let's take a look at this here.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, as we just saw it again, I think it was more of a meeting of the minds there.
Yep. That could have been a lot worse, too.
A lot of rear end damage on the back of the 12. A lot of it. Well, this changes the strategy just a little bit, Mike.
It does.
If you're good at saving fuel, you might be able to make it.
You very well could. Got to make sure you save fuel, and we could see some guys come down per road and.
And it looks like Josh Vidal has been issued that black flag.
ELL penalty for Josh Vidal.
Wow. Kind of thought that was a racing incident between the two of them, but race control doing a good job as always, and reviewing it a little bit more in depth than we do, as everybody is coming to get service.
Feeding time, as they say.
Now, that was a couple hours ago. Believe me, I can feel it by now that I need food again. Another. So, Mike, tomorrow night, I have this certain Nerds podcast. How knowledgeable are you with the Transformers movie?
If it has Megan Fox in it and Shia LaBeouf, kind of not knowledgeable. Anything else? No.
Okay, never mind then, because we are doing the last night, and it'll be the first time I'm watching the movie, and I'm kind of nervous about it, because everybody's telling me that I'll at least have a nice nap.
Oh, not a good one, huh?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
I hope you boys on the Nerds podcast will be talking at some point, as we're 9 days away from the greatest movie of all time coming into theaters again.
Star Wars? We've already done that a while ago.
I know, but I didn't know if you were going to do something for a 20-year anniversary type thing.
Oh, we might talk about it and talk about how it's aged, because you got to remember those prequel movies, everybody hated when they first came out. Now, I love those movies. I still think Attack of the Clones is absolutely bonkers. Don't get me wrong.
But we don't.
I think it's psychotic.
You know what
But
we can all agree on, though?
the lightsaber battles were freaking mint.
Although that point too, yes, but the sequels will never age well. Just saying. Just saying.
I don't know, because they said the same exact thing 20 years ago about the prequels. And
Yeah, I get it.
If you know Freddie Prinze Jr., he played Cade in Star Wars Rebels. He said everybody in the 70s, that was theirs. Everybody in the 2000s when you were kids, that was yours. The sequel ones we have now with Rey for kids, that's theirs. You don't see, you go to anywhere that has Star Wars, you don't see little kids dressed as Luke or Leia or Han. They're all John Boyega's character, Daisy Ridley's character. I think each era is different, and I could be wrong with some of those opinions if you don't agree. But each era is different from when you first saw those movies.
That's a good point.
Because I see a lot of Rays. I do. But here we go. Pace car is off. That was fun. That was a way to break it up a little bit. And here we go, as there's a little bit of a stack up on the field.
Oh,
the
he's not going.
Doesn't go.
I don't know if he missed a shift or what.
I'm trying to figure out why a car 2 laps down is starting in the 4th position on the racetrack.
But we're 4 wide back here. Connell's trying to go through the field. The 02, 44, 45. Helio.
Oh, boy. Oh, that scares me. That view right there kind of scares me a little bit. That's why.
44 sideways, 39 sideways. Oh, multiple cars.
And yellow is back out and
twisted. It snapped. I think it snapped.
We'll jump on board with the 44. And it very much looked like it snapped back to reality.
Oop, there goes gravity. Yeah, right there. You're along for the ride, and my goodness.
Him? That was a hell of a hit.
Is that Bocock?
Let's see. That's Moran.
That's
Kevin Moran.
Oh, that was a hit.
And then we'll back it up further and jump on board with Twisted, because you know that's coming. From the 8 of Twisted, sees the wreck well ahead of him. Trying to accelerate through it. Locks up the tires and...
Oh.
Ow.
I had nowhere to go right there. He was trying to avoid the 44 flipping over and on the brakes, turning the steering wheel, and O'Connell just had to be sitting right there. Boom.
As we are under 25 laps to go from Auto Club Speedway. I love you, Scott. Don't change. Wish you were here. But, you know, it's not a road course.
Just don't be stupid in the chat.
Well, it's Scott. It happens. But we are under our 7th caution of the evening. We will be right back, everybody. Which also means it's time for me to go get hydrated. Go grab a drink, everybody. Hopefully some water. Stay hydrated.
It is feature time in Tulsa. Let's go green.
He's got the run, but isn't enough. It's a drag race to the finish. Over goes from third to first in the last quarter.
Experience the world's most legendary racing events with iRacing. iRacing special events allow any member to compete in full-length multiplayer races based on some of the biggest events in motorsports all year round. Compete in virtual endurance races such as the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, and the Nürburgring 24 Hours. Take on some of the toughest races on the NASCAR calendar, such as the Daytona 500 and the Coke 600. We have races from disciplines across the racing world, from the Indy 500 to the Chili Bowl, from the Bathurst 1000 to the Crandon Championship. Our endurance special events utilize iRacing's team feature, where members can sign up and race together on their own team, swapping drivers throughout the race. Other events use iRacing Super Sessions, where you're not only racing against those on track, but against everyone taking part. As every race progresses, watch and feel the track change, with progressive time of day, dynamic weather and rain, and dynamic track debris and surface changes. Take on your favorite discipline, or try a brand new racing challenge with our biggest races of the year, the iRacing Special Events. Learn more at iracing.com/special-events.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All right, everybody, here we go. Gonna go green with 22 laps to go. There goes the pace car. Single file again. 15 cars on the lead lap, and green flag back in the air. Panzarella is gone.
No, Robinson looking to the inside of Vidal, shuts the door right there. Robinson back to the outside. Oh, he's going to try to stick a 3 wide mid right here.
Yes, yes he is.
Thought better of it.
Looks like we got one heating up for the lead. Here comes Chad Waller to the outside.
Oh, and the 39 is going to get a black flag for passing before the start-finish line, and that might be it for Connell's chances of winning tonight. That's a tough break right there, AJ.
Well, let's see if we can go back and grab a look at that real fast.
And, yeah. You can pass to the right, you can't pass to the left.
Clear as day there. Unfortunately, it was a stack up that caused, we know the reason why he went to the inside because of the stack up. But here he comes, come down pit road. It shouldn't put him a lap down with the pass through, but he's definitely going to need a caution to try to rebound.
Look at this though, AJ. 4 wide, 3 wide now for about 4th. Oh, it's tight off of 2.
Sketchy. I'm so happy I'm not in one of those cars. I'd be white knuckling it the whole time.
Speaking of white knuckling it, we're going to be going to Talladega in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Oh, I can hear the excitement coming from you. I mean, it's funny. We go from a multi-grooved D-shaped 2-mile oval to what, a mile and a third Nashville Super Speedway, something like that.
Yep. Concrete.
Even more sketchy. Then to Talladega. These drivers have a good couple weeks cut out for them.
You want to be crowned a champion, you got to go through some adversity.
I've always said that. And that's why I love how a lot of these leagues contact between the 83 and the 26.
Oh, yeah, more contact right there. Both of them save it. 4 wide, 3 wide.
A lot of momentum lost on the 83.
And Toscano's pushing Vidal.
Detleek.
Yeah, Toscano was pushing Vidal, decided not to do it. All right, we're going down to it, AJ. Coming to 16 laps to go.
So watching this battle for fifth, or for fourth, sorry. But up front, Chad Waller about a half a second lead over Charles Robertson. And just like before, your top 5 are all plus drivers. Waller plus 21, Robertson plus 4, Panzarella plus 2, Vidal plus 3, and Estep plus 22. Oh boy, back to Vidal. That's a cluster.
It is a cluster. Oh, contact.
Bay windows opening. If you thought people were aggressive before.
$15 laps to go. Toscano trying to get past the Scotty East up there.
Trying to let the racing show you guys the way here. It has been wild. As we're looking for maybe a crossover into 3.
Yeah, Estep making the crossover right there. Oh, a little bit close there in 3 and 4. I thought there was going to be a little bit of contact.
Toscano's got 5th place for right now, but Vidal is looking for 3rd. We will talk to our podium drivers at the conclusion of the event tonight. And just look at Vidal push the 42 into 1, trying to set him up for the pass. At 34, looks like he can't get away as contact off of 2.
Just remember, these two were side by side and right before that last caution, too.
Vidal moves into 3rd, and he clears Panzarella.
Ooh, that's a slide job and a half.
Panzarella is shoving.
I don't think he's very happy with that slide job.
Vidal might have gone into 1 about 5 or 6 mile an hour faster than he wanted to. It stuck, and now he's looking at Robertson in 2nd.
He was looking like Kevin Hart pushing Jimmy Johnson off into turn 3 that one year.
Your brain went to that. My brain was thinking about The Rock pushing Kevin Hart out the window in Central Intelligence.
That's a good one. I didn't know the final boss was coming.
Oh, don't say that. I'm still shaking from hearing that every 2 seconds at WrestleMania last year. The final boss. As Aaron Ingersoll is bouncing back right now, currently in that 8th position, looking to make a pass on Bowen. Cuts to the inside, has the run into turn 3. He goes, and Aaron Ingersoll up to 7th.
And we got a battle for second. Robertson, Vidal, side by side as we're coming to 10 to go.
We're gonna have a battle for the lead.
Yeah, we are. 10 to go. Money window open. Who is gonna have the advantage here?
Freshest tires of your top 3 is the 18 of Charles Robertson, plus 4 laps fresher tires.
That 26 looks like he's got the fresher ones, in my opinion.
Waller on 72, Vidal 73, and Robertson 77.
And we got Toscano's coming back into this. He's trying to get past Panzarella behind these two.
And you also got to remember, Mike, they battle brings everybody else back into it.
9 laps to go in Fontana.
A racetrack that should never have gone away. They are bringing the power here back tonight. Under 10 to go. Who you guys rooting for? Chat rooms are open as the 34 is hard on the wall at a 2.
And that's going to allow Vidal to go for the lead here.
He's going to throw it into turn 3. He's going to go for the slide job here. The 18 trying to make the pass as well is going to help him. But they are side by side. Can Vidal make it on the exit?
He's got it.
I don't know why I'm leaning in my chair trying to, help him out. But Vidal, first time tonight, to the point.
What will Chad Waller do? Oh, he's going to send it to the outside.
Well,
Robertson
that's where
to the
his car has
inside.
been the best.
It has been. That's a good point.
It doesn't help when he keeps hitting the wall, though.
No, it does not. Robertson's trying to get by him because he knows Vidal might scoot away. Oh, look at that 18. Send it in there, AJ.
And not just the 18, the 34 as well. But the 18's going to clear the 34.
Oh, yeah, he is. Now he's gonna hope for him to push him. Vidal's scooting away.
You've heard of Sweet Chin music? That was elevator music with the 18, going from the inside all the way to the outside. But Panzarella now looking for P3.
And Josh Vidal's like, you guys keep racing. I'm gonna check out. I'll see you guys in Hollywood.
Yeah, absolutely. If I'm Josh Vidal, just keep it green. Keep battling. I'll be happy.
I don't think he wants to see what's in his mirror because this might be a wreck coming. Look at this, the 83, AJ. Where did the 83 come from? Oh, he bumped the 54 a little bit.
Well, the 83 is also a lap down.
Oh, lap car.
Trying to do it the hard way.
I mean, yeah, I get you want to do it the hard way, but, buddy, time and a place, 6 to go.
Toscano in the 54, in the middle, the 83.
A time and a place, man. Time and a place.
Fastest car on the racetrack with 15 lap pressure tires. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow. We have races every Tuesday and Wednesday night on the channel. We'll have a game night coming to you guys soon.
Toscano to second, 5 to go.
Is that enough time for Philip Toscano to get to the lead? Panzarella in the 42. The 18 of Robertson and the 34 of Waller. All trying to chase down the 26 of Josh Vidal. This would be a huge swing for Josh Vidal. Would basically give him the points lead with Daniel Krim in 17th. And there is no way for Daniel Krim to get back into the points. He is stuck in 17th place.
Coming to 4 to go. It looks like Toscano's going to need Panzarella to draft with him. The draft will work a little bit down these long straightaways. He just needs Panzarella to try to push him up there.
4 to go across the line. 3/10 separating first and second.
If Toscano and Panzarella can keep it within a tenth to 2/10, they can send it into turn 3 on that last lap with a real shot to win.
Here's the run off of turn 4, 4/10. 3/10. They're on the exact same line through 3 and 4. Panzarella in the 42 in third.
Yeah, they're trying to get the draft. 3 to go. It's working. They're getting a little bit closer that time going into 1.
2/10. Toscano all the way up on the wall. It's worked for him all night long.
Oh, he's closing. He's got a big run here off of 2. This might be a chance for him to send it in here.
10th and a half. A 10th going into turn 3.
We're going to come around off of turn 4, and we're going to see dual popsicle sticks in the air, folks.
Toscano with the freshest tires out of the top 3. Back to the outside he goes. Ripping and gripping on the outside, just like Mike said, dual popsicle sticks up in the air. 3/10 coming out of turn 2. Down to a 10th and a half, middle of the backstretch.
This is going to come down to this last lap, and it's going to come down to that last set of corners. We're going to come around here in 3 and 4. We're going to see the white flag sponsored by
the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. New episodes every Sunday evening, but this week it's Saturday and Sunday night after WrestleMania. White flag out in the air. A 10th separating the two of them going into turn number 1, as once again the 54 goes to the outside with Vidal on the inside. This is the battle.
He's going to set
for
him
the
up.
lead.
He's going to set him up for 3 and 4.
We got to see a bump. We got to see a bump.
He's going to send it in there. He's going to try to slide drop him probably. Here we go. Or he's going to stay to the top.
Vidal,
oh, he stayed to the top.
Toscano in second.
Oh, he got a run on him. Oh, he's on the wall.
Oh, in the wall goes the 54. Josh Vidal is going to win at Auto Club.
What a race.
Holy cow.
What a race.
That's putting it out there the whole way. Let's go back and watch that last lap. We'll jump on the nose of Philip Toscano. He put everything out there this evening. So did Josh. Great run for Josh as well. Watch, setting it up like you were saying, Mike. Beautiful run out of 2. Uses the draft. They're going to get to turn 3. And just listen. Off. And just gets back on the gas just a little bit too early. Gets tight. Pounds the outside wall.
If he would have waited probably a half more second, he probably would have been side by side off the corner.
What a finish. Give everybody racing here tonight who finished this race a like. Hit that subscribe button. That was an amazing finish. An absolute amazing finish. And no burnouts from our winner. That's kind of surprising.
He gonna keep the car clean. Why is...
What's wrong?
Why is my... I was gonna say, why is my iRacing giving me that?
What?
That's weird. I looked at the race results on iRacing, and this is Philip Toscano is the winner. Huh. This is Josh Vidal finished 14th, 1 lap down. Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
What are we missing here? Race control. Does anybody know what What's going on with this?
I could tell you.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on with
Hey.
Josh?
Hi. Josh won the race. He was a dummy and started doing donuts before everybody pulled off the track. So he pulled a Dalton Fredericks at Road America and disqualified himself. But he is the actual race winner.
Okay. All right. A new guy to winning races, apparently.
Well, folks, we've seen it all officially on iRacing. I'll tell you that much. My
Oh,
goodness.
don't say that, because they'll throw more at us.
Well, why?
They'll throw
Why?
more.
I was gonna say why that's getting situated. Why don't we interview Panzarella? Why don't I get that out of the way and you can take the winner of the race.
Absolutely, Mike. Here is Zach Panzarella with that P3 finish.
Zach, it's Mike and AJ in the booth. You got us.
Yeah, I do. How's it going, guys?
Oh, it's going fantastic, man. What a wild race tonight here at Auto Club. Talk to me about your race overall and what you needed there at the end of that thing, because it seemed like you were in contention there at the end for a chance at the win.
Yeah, definitely a crazy one. There's a few moments in that race where I just kind of had to take a breath and let them do their thing and just hang behind them for a while. And I think that's what got me there at the end. But yeah, I was just managing a lot. I shouldn't have taken a set of tires earlier in that race, so I knew a few more guys still had a set waiting for them just in case we got that caution. So I didn't want to, take up too much of my life, my tire life there. I was also worried about my fuel. I miscalculated by 1 lap, so I was saving more than I had to. Not like I would have had a ton for those guys anyway. They were just super fast. I'm very new to this race car. It's probably like my 6th Xfinity car race ever. So still getting the feel for these and just don't have quite what those guys do yet.
What I mean, for a sixth one that you've run, that's very impressive. But how did you feel overall tonight with the setup and racing at nighttime in Auto Club?
Thank you. Yeah, this car is a lot of fun, that's for sure. At this track, that's a really good combo. During practice, I was thinking it was going to be a very top dominant racetrack, and then I just got my butt kicked on that first run, and quickly taught me to use more brake, use the bottom, and it felt like I was parking it on the bottom a little bit, but one of those races where you feel like you're struggling, but you're not losing time, and you're gaining the cars in front of you. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, a lot of lines available to you, and a lot of guys were attacking the track a different way, which created a few moments. Like I got hit on entry a little bit because I think I was backing up the corners a lot more than other guys were. But it made for a really fun and interesting race, and I think for the most part, everyone did a good job being aware of that and getting around this place clean. We got a few really good long runs in there.
Well, as we shift gears now, going next week to Nashville Super Speedway, the concrete mile and a third racetrack. I don't know if you had much experience at that racetrack prior on iRacing, but give me your thoughts though overall.
It's totally different. It's a fun place. I feel like that might be where I struggle in this car a little bit. It's a little bit flatter. I feel like you really got to have a feel for this Xfinity race car to be quick there. But it's a track I enjoy. Otherwise, my specialty normally are the fixed seat trucks, and I like that track a lot. So I'm excited to go there. Sure, it'll be just as crazy, less room to race among the field, but I'm sure we can put on a show there as well with the big field. And yeah, it's a cool spot. It's a cool place. I'm excited to get there and continue seeing what I can do in this league.
Well, Zach, before we let you get out of here to celebrate that P3 finish, is there any sponsors you want to plug?
Yeah, let me shout out my team, Daily Drivers Inc. Motorsports. Hopefully, I can get a few of them over here to join me in this league. Definitely having a good time over here. So check them out at dailydriversinc.com. Awesome car show and automotive enthusiast apparel company. So really proud to be sponsored by them, and also who's on my car right now, Vortex Racing Network. Check them out at vortexracingnetwork.com. They're another broadcasting booth trying to do as good of a job as you guys do out there in All Star 15. But yeah, very grateful for my sponsors, and thank you guys very much for the broadcast. You do a great job up there.
Well, thank you for the compliments there on us broadcasting, and congratulations on the great finish tonight in P3 here in Auto Club. Enjoy the rest of the week, and we will catch you next week in Nashville.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
All right, Zach Panzarella finishing in that third position. It's time to talk to P1, the driver of the number 26. It's Josh Vidal. Holy cow, dude. Congratulations on the win. Talk about those last 15 laps. You guys were under a blanket. It had to be stressful. How was it?
Dude, I don't know. I thought I lost it. I thought I lost a race when I guess I took out the 12. I haven't seen the replay of that. But after that caution, I for sure thought it was going to be a fuel mileage race. But then another caution happened, so the fuel mileage race didn't ended up happening. Everyone else though, all race, everyone was just pushing so hard on corner entry, and that ended up happening the last like 20, 30 laps too. So while everybody battled, I just sort of took it a little bit easier on the tires. I would try to find pockets of air. And I don't know, I was just trying to save as much tire as possible to make sure that I can make it to the very end.
Well, you definitely made it to the end. But you guys were having one heck of a battle for that first slot. You, Toscano, and Panzarella, and even Waller, about 5 to 10 laps prior. Um, talk about how it was, just getting around the racetrack, knowing that if you just an inch the wrong way, you might be fighting for second.
Yeah, no, everybody was taking different lines, people taking the high line, people taking the middle, people going up and down the racetrack. I don't know, just wherever someone was, I just made sure that I wasn't behind them at all. On the straightaways draft, but the second that you turn in, you don't want any air. I think for the most part, everyone probably burnt up their tires on the high side. I don't know. I just tried to copy whatever Krim does. Krim is pretty good at saving tires here. He didn't get to show that because he wrecked, but it wasn't his fault, and
We
I'm sure
saw,
if
and I hope somebody
yeah
takes care of it.
yeah I'm pretty sure if Krim was still in the race, he would have been up there, put up a fight, and it could have been him up here.
Well, Josh, before we let you go and enjoy the rest of the evening with this win at Auto Club, plug those beautiful sponsors on that car.
Yeah, of course. Well, first off, this car is made by Daniel Krim himself. He made this lovely drift or Miami paint scheme, how everybody else calls it. To me, it's a drift paint scheme. The sponsors on it are JVM Graphics, Hard AF Seltzer, Marconi Setup Shop, GTS Concepts. We have ACAR, of course, the league. We have Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. We have the Wrestling Bros podcast. We have All Star 15.
Wrestling with Nerds, pal.
Wrestling with Nerds. Got it. Okay, my bad. BMS, and I believe that's it. I'm looking at all the sponsors on the car.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations on the win. Always a pleasure to talk to you. And you have a wonderful rest of your night.
Thanks. You too.
All right, Mike. Take us home, pal.
Boy, AJ, what a wild race, chaotic race here tonight at Auto Club Speedway. That was a lot of fun to broadcast with you and put on a show for the fans at home. I saw we had a lot of viewers tonight, about 20 to 25 viewers all night long, which was great to see. Looking forward to getting to Nashville next week. A whole different type of circumstances at the Concrete Canyon out there in the middle of Tennessee. So looking forward to that. Had a fun time tonight in the booth. Had a fun time watching these boys, and let's do it again next week.
Yeah, man, I absolutely can't wait for it. This race ended in such a great fashion, and it was really nice to see 25 people over Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, but it doesn't show TikTok, so I went to TikTok. We had 50 people watching at one point.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah is right, dude. Holy cow. But for that, check out all our wonderful and beautiful sponsors. Have a good night. We'll see you next week. And we got Mania this weekend, so it's also Easter. But it's also night 2 of WrestleMania that day. So enjoy, I guess.
Yes, enjoy.
Bye everybody. Take care.